Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to create our own web server within DigitalOcean. So I believe you have copied the link that I have shared with you. So I'm going to open that link and I'm going to sign up with you together to show you the signing up process as well. And as you can see, I have been given $100 credit in here. And in time this may change due to the availability of DigitalOcean, but it will be enough for you to try this on your own, I believe. So I will give this my name and my email address, and I will choose a password in order to sign up. After that, it will send me a confirmation email, I believe. Let me try and see. So I have to go to my email address and confirm this and then come back. So do that and it will take you to this credit card verification page. Even though you have your $100 credit, it will ask you to give this credit card info. Don't worry, I have been using this for a long time and it didn't cause me any problems. So after that, I'm going to pause this and give my credit card information and meet you in the next page. And if you don't have a credit card for some reason, of course you can watch this section and take notes as well. You're more than welcome to do that. So after you do this section, it will take you to a page where you can create your own project. Of course, in time they may change this layout, they may change the visuals on the text, but it will take you to a page where you can create a project for sure. So I'm going to give a name to my project. Let me call this game web server or something. You can try to give this like a test game web server as well, okay? So I'm going to use this project for just trying out DigitalOcean. By the way, this doesn't affect my real project, so I'm just filling out a survey in here and I can change these options later on, don't worry. So it asks what kind of technologies that I will be using in my project. Right now I only know I'm going to build a website, so I'm just going to choose PHP maybe, but don't worry, we can change it later on. As I said before, you may even skip it and select nothing at all. Okay, so I don't see any PHP in here. Let me browse for it. Yeah, I see the PHP and I will say next. And yeah, this is the dashboard that I have been trying to go on. Okay, so this is my dashboard for my current project. You can create a new project by clicking in here and it will take you through the same process. And in your project, you have to create a droplet, and this droplet will create our web server. And this will create our Ubuntu web server, to be specific. You can choose another distribution of Linux in here as well, like Fedora or Debian, but I'm going to go with the Ubuntu because I have tested it before and I know this works well. Of course, the other ones are working well too, but I choose to do it in Ubuntu. If you are very good at Linux, you can do it with Debian or Fedora as well. If not, just follow me and go with the Ubuntu. Once you choose the Ubuntu, it will ask you a version to move on. So Ubuntu has versions as Kali Linux has versions, okay? We generally prefer to use the latest version, and you can click this arrow to choose the version. For example, right now I'm choosing the latest version with x64-bit, okay? And I suggest you choose this as well, the latest version with 64-bit operating system. And in here, you choose your pricing. The less memory you choose, the less price you will pay. So since I have $100 credit, I can choose any of them, but 1 GB, $5 a month will be enough for me to test this. Okay, we're just going to launch a simple website and we're just going to inject a simple line of code, a beef injection code in it. So after you're done with this section, I suggest you come here and delete this project in order to avoid further billing. And in here, it will ask me to choose a data center region. So this is where our web server is going to be placed. So maybe if you're in Europe, you can choose one in Europe. Maybe if you're in Asia, you can choose Singapore. If you're in States, you can choose New York or San Francisco. I suggest you choose one that is close to you. I'm choosing Amsterdam. And in here we have additional options like IPv6 or private networking. Right now we don't need any of this. And these SSH keys, actually, if you're going to launch a web server and if you're really going to use that web server, maybe you need this SSH key because it gives you a secure login option, but I'm not going to use it because we don't need it because this is a task server. If you hit create, it will create your droplet, and after a certain amount of time it will start creating your web server and it will give you a public IP and external IP that you can use it to reach your web server, and this will be your static external IP which won't change. So here is mine. I'm going to use it to reach my web server while I'm trying to log into it or while I'm trying to browse into it. I'm going to show you how to do that within the next lecture.